So I really wanted to do this video. I've been wanting to do it for a while now, and it's just the reality of a new coach, or even just a new business owner. Like if you're starting up a new business and you're in the phase of like year one, you've nailed out, and then you're into year two and you're halfway through. It really just gives you some perspective. So I really just want to tell my story really on what my journey's been like since I finished the coaching course I did, and then enabling me to create my own practice. So I know, even just speaking to a lot of other coaches, like the imposter syndrome that you get is intense. Like it stops you from doing so much that you really wanted to do, and it's really, really difficult to really just counteract that and just trying to build through that. And I struggled, and to be fair, I still struggle today. Like there's still some times and some moments where I'm just thinking, is this the right thing I'm doing? Like, can I actually do this? Am I providing value? Am I changing people's lives? Did I set out to do what I wanted to do when I originally said to myself that I wanted to become a coach? That imposter syndrome can really, really make you hit your head against a brick wall. It's that feeling of not feeling you can do it, not feeling you're good enough, so you seek out other courses to improve your knowledge and improve your skills. The quitting aspect of it, like I probably over the last, I'd say 9 months, I've probably said to myself at least once a month, I'm quitting, I'm done, this is not for me, for whatever reason. And that was really, really a struggle, an internal battle that I had with coaching and just starting up my business, you know. And then there's the fact of not enrolling new clients. You're really wanting to make an impact. Like me, I've seen the impact coaching can make. I've got my own coach and I understand the impact it's made on me, but there's still that limiting belief of like, you're not enrolling new clients, you've got existing clients. And it can really, really be painful and really be detrimental to your business if you're in that mindset where, if I'm not enrolling new clients, what am I doing? You know, what's your why? Am I making the impact that I wanted to do? And that really can be detrimental. Then the online side of it, like if you go online, you start researching stuff, you start going onto Facebook and Instagram, all of a sudden if you've started to search, you know, how to become a better coach or how to enroll new clients or how to build up your business, tips to make your business more effective or whatever it might be, if you go into Google and search those terms, like all of a sudden you've got ads upon ads on social media, like people telling you here's a free accelerator course to, you know, earn 10 grand in 2 days or 24 hours or whatever it might be. And I'm nothing against those people that do that, like fair play to them, whatever works for them works. But when you're in a state where I was in, where you don't know if what you're doing is good enough and you're almost thinking about quitting, and then you go online and you see all these things and you start signing up for them, the more and more you sign up for them, the more and more you click on them, the more and more of an information jungle it becomes, and it can be really, really painful to how you break through that. The massive part is that if you've got no income coming in, then all of a sudden, well, you think, well, you know, this isn't working, this is not working. You start really doubting yourself, and that limiting belief really starts to kick in. And I know I've had a lot of conversations recently with people that are struggling financially within their businesses, and it's a really, really pain point because they can't even afford or be able to invest in themselves to make sure they're breaking through these limiting beliefs. And I've had that, and it's so tough. As a result of that, you feel deflated, you feel unmotivated, you know, you're not getting any results. If you're watching this and you've never set up your own business is that line which just goes up and down and up and down. And even in the first year or the first 18 months, I've definitely had more downs. And if it keeps going down, you know, the motivation starts to go, and it's almost like, how do you find that external motivation to keep you going? As a detrimental effect of that is that you're not able to attract new clients. You're not able to create the clients that you want to work with. This is just from my story, from a coaching perspective, and, you know, building my own coaching practice up. These are the problems I've set in and I've had. The question is, like, what do you do? So 12 months into when I started running my business, I had a few coaches to work for myself, but ultimately they didn't really have the impact that I needed in my coaching business. Having never run a business before, having never done what I wanted to do, always been in the corporate life, like working there for 14 years, like you're always working for someone else. You don't know about taxes, about accountancy, about expenses, about where you need to budget, the liabilities that you spend, like what money's going in and what money's coming out. It can be really, really scary if you've never done that before. One thing I do after 12 months is that I hired and I invested in my own business coach and mentor, and I can safely say it's been a massive game changer onto how I structure my business, how I look at my business. Like it's safe to say I never really looked at my business as my business. I kind of looked at it as a hobby, and If you're going to look at it as a hobby, then realistically, hobbies, you go and play football, you go and play golf, or whatever it might be that you're into. But a business is completely different on how you look at it. Hiring that coach just gave me the structure. It gave me the energy, that put the energy in the right things and the right times, and it gave me the direction that I needed to build a sustainable business. And more importantly, you're investing time and money in yourself. I can say wholeheartedly that that's probably the most important thing which I've done since setting up my business. It's so important. Off the back of that, what's happened is I've become really persistent on what I'm doing, and it helps me be consistent on what I'm doing as well. And it really just helps you look at where you spend your time. Ultimately, what works for me might not work for everyone else, and that's okay. You've got to find your own thing which makes it work for you. It completely shifted my mindset from knowing to myself that I didn't own a business to actually, no, I own a business. I've created my own business, and that's how I've got to treat it. So what happened is, after I looked at all of that, after time, the results just started to come in slowly, very slowly. And even now, sometimes when you have a dip, which I've had recently, I'm okay with that, because I know for a fact that if I just keep being consistent, make every day count, just keep doing those small things, they will all add up over time. And I've seen it go up and down, and I'm just like, okay, this is just a dip, it's okay. I'm okay with that. But the point is that I just need to make sure that I'm still being consistent, because I'm not in it for the short haul. If you're going into business for a short haul timeline, that's down to you, but I'm in it for the long term, and that's where I want to make as big as impact as possible. So the question to you is, what challenges do you face in your business, and how do you deal with them? What is your process? What is your method on creating a sustainable business? And also, maybe question yourself. I questioned myself, how committed was I to building a business? How committed was I? How many hours did I put in? Get me on Instagram, it's Ignite Your Mind Coaching, and I really just want to start connecting with people that are struggling, or have been struggling, or facing the same sort of problems in their business, and just share stories. Two minds are always better than one, and that's a fact. I've always said to myself, you surround yourself with the right people, give you that good energy and good vibe, watch the magic happen. It's a whole new world, and how you see your world now to how your world could be. See you later, take care.